Um, let's see. One moment, please. Let me just check this volume again. It's been playing up lately, so sorry if you can't hear me. Okay, cool. So as I was saying, it's nice and a nice time where we can come together and just put everything back into perspective for the new week. And so thank you everyone for joining us here tonight. And I hope your week has been well. And I hope you've all enjoyed the fine weather that we've had this weekend or throughout the week actually. So, and just seeing the rain coming down here in Rotorua just reminds me of the many blessings that we have that can guide our way. So a huge mahi to everybody for joining tonight. So tonight's kōrero, I wanted to talk to us about a kaupapa that is in a reflection of who we are, and a kaupapa that basically means celebrating who you are or who we are individually. And I think we fail to do that to ourselves sometimes. Not fail in the sense that it's a failure to celebrate oneself, but for this whole month, I have been so blessed and honored by so many people in regards to birthday parties and gatherings and just a whole heap of things that have been happening. And while we're at it, a huge happy birthday to my bro Hoani, whose birthday is today. So happy birthday, my bro. Yeah, may you have many more to come. And yeah, but thank you for being a blessing in my life. So tonight we're going to be talking about celebrating oneself. And I've always had this kaupapa in the back of my mind around, we tend to celebrate others on a regular basis, but how can we celebrate ourselves or acknowledge ourselves without being whakahihi or without being um, selfish, whatever the thoughts that are going in your mind? And I wrote a segment for a devotional about 3 months ago, and it was about celebrating oneself and about acknowledging us individually and celebrating the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so while we're on this journey, you will soon realize that you will have some good and bad days. Everyone does. And we all need to realize that, there's a whole heap of other things that are happening in this world. And it's more around, we see at the moment a lot of division, not only between um, our own friends and family, but division throughout the whole country, throughout the whole world. And so celebrating individualities or different people is about, we have to celebrate ourselves first before we can actually move forward. And for me, it was a good idea at the beginning of my health journey was to be a enhancing it myself, acknowledging it, and actually going forward with it. And so that was around about identifying with myself. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm all good, and I'm going to celebrate because hey, as long as I can use my hands, use my mouth, use these platforms, I'm going to use it to the best of my ability." And so it was around about just celebrating the things that I can do, and that's some of the things that I wanted to talk to us tonight about. You don't have to go out on a shopping spree, although retail therapy is not too bad around celebrating yourself. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing either, but up to each other's selves. But at the end of the day, it can be as simple as an affirmation to yourself and telling yourself, "Oh, kia ora me," or "Oh yeah, I did really well for that thing to happen," or just celebrating the fact that you're still able to do the many things that you're able to do. One of the things that I miss dearly is salsa dancing. But that hasn't stopped me from celebrating the fact that I can still participate in other ways and still hang around and celebrate with others in the family around that sort of thing. So it's about, oh, yeah, okay, I can't do it how I used to do it, but there's another way that I can do it. And celebrating the achievements of actually doing that thing is a really good thing, not only for yourself, but it's an awesome thing for the people around you to see as well. The other part of it too is that celebrating yourself doesn't need to cost you a cent or a dime. Remember that you are worthy to be honored and you are worthy to be celebrated. And no one can ever change that. No one. And if people try and do that, it's simple. Walk away. That 30-second wash and walk away business. Yeah. It's as simple as that, and what I say. But what the key message tonight is around taking the time to celebrate yourself, taking the time to acknowledge yourself, taking the time to just look at yourself and about those positive affirmations that can continue your week, your day, and your own way of how you're going to deal with life. And so the other thing around it too is that we're all different. We're all different. We all work in different ways. And like I said before, we're going to have our ups and downs, but most of all, we're going to have a time where we can just celebrate each other. And yeah, that was one of the key messages that I wanted to share tonight, is around celebrating, not only when it's your birthday, but celebrating like every day. Telling yourself, oh, you did really well, or just the simple fact of just celebrating however you want to celebrate yourself. And it's not whakahihi. And if others think it's whakahihi, or that that e hara te kumara e kōrero mo tōna reka. The kumara doesn't talk of its sweetness. And that's always been in the back of my mind all the time is, you know, oh, what do people think? Oh, and I shouldn't really talk about these sort of things. Oh, and oh, I shouldn't really do this and that. Well, at the end of the day, there's a whole heap of things that we should do and shouldn't do. But at the end of the day, it's up to us individually on how we want to cope with it. And so tonight, as we come together for prayer, as we come together united, and as we come together to celebrate each other and to celebrate the many things, the many blessings, the many people that have influenced your life, my life, and will continue to be on this journey. And so take the time this week to celebrate. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate the blessings that are in front of you. And celebrating that you are worthy and you are a awesome person to be celebrated. Nō reira koutou mā. I runga i tēnā. Thank you very much, Kingi, for allowing me to be back on this platform again. It's been a while. I think this is my first time this year, so it's a real honour, and to do it on in February is even a bigger honour for me. And so a huge mihi to everybody. Thank you for your prayers that continue to flood my inbox, continues to be text to me. And thank you for your aroha, your love. This rongoa journey that I am on is amazing. The people, the physicians, everyone has been just so amazing and so cool. So thank you very much to everybody that continues to share this journey with me and take the road of moving forward in a sense of acknowledging the things that I really do want to carry on and do. So, thank you very much, everyone, for being a part of my celebration. Um, as most of you know, my birthday was on the 2nd of February, but I celebrate the whole month. And I've celebrated the whole month for like going on to 15, 16 years or something like that anyway. The only reason why I did it was because I had so many birthday cakes and people that wanted to celebrate um, milestones in my life that I had to make it for a whole month. So, anyone else out there that celebrates a whole month of their birthday, congratulations. That's one way of celebrating who you are. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I still remember when I first did it was the 2nd of February is my birthday, but on the 23rd of February was the day I got baptized. And so it sort of keeps on coming back into the fold of, why not? Why not celebrate for the whole month? And who else is going to tell me not to? At the end of the day, I'll take any lunch, dinner, breakfast dates on February. And a huge thank you to everybody um, that celebrated my 40 years this year. Oh my gosh, it's been so amazing. And it's true. Life begins at 40. Nō reira, koutou mā. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Something short, but something that needed to be shared, and something that is definitely a blessing for me and my family. Nō reira, koutou mā. Thank you for joining me tonight. Angela from Virginia, USA. Kia ora. Thank you for joining us, Angela, tonight. Oh my gosh, 31, -1. Oh yeah, no, that must be cold. 31 Fahrenheit. Yeah, sorry, that's too cold for me. And I don't even like the cold, so that's why I'm still wearing hoodies in summer. Don't know, it's just my skin. So, Koto Ma, thank you very much for joining me tonight. And for those that are wanting more information about the topic of kōrero that we spoke tonight, I'll put it up onto our Karakia o Te Ahiahi Pō site. Just a brief explanation about celebrating yourself and the benefits of celebrating yourself. So, in closing, me mutu tātou I roto I te karakia. Aio ana te rangi, aio ana te whenua, aio ana te ao katoa, aio ana te moe a te whānau, I roto te māi, te matihere, me te mā ori ori e. Kia au, kia au, kia au te moe. Nō reira koutou mā, neira te mihi kia koutou, kia tau te rangi marie I tēnei wāhanga o te pō. Pō marie, ka ki te whānau.